Hello guys and girls, my name is Tjunction and welcome back to another episode of Vaygrims Chance. So we are back in our lovely biodomes. A couple of minor changes since last episode, which haven't really worked. I've been trying to track down the FPS problem that seems to occur when I look towards this biodome. I've obviously not got there yet. So all of the scaffolding I've taken out just in case there was a whole rendering issue with the transparent blocks. All of the crafting signs have come off of these just in case it was that. It doesn't seem to be, so my next step is ripping out all of these carpenter's blocks just in case it's those, and then I throw my hands up and resort to running around my base with Opus turned on, just to try and track down the rendering issue. But it only seems to be when I look towards this biodome, and it is the biodome, it's not the train station, because if I look at just the train station without the biodome, my FPS doesn't really, and it's then when I look at this biodome. So it's something with this that I will spend some time tracking down still. So today I wanted to get started on some magic. Aside from having various magic-y trees and obviously the silverwoods, I've not done a whole lot. I used to have all my magic stuff set up in here, but this has since been taken down. I was considering setting up a magic biodome. There is a Thorngraft barrel just over here. I did think about potentially building a biodome on top of this or something like that, but I don't know. There's like millions of nodes scattered around as well. There's so many nodes around here, it's unbelievable. There's a node like right over here, node there, there's another one just up there, there's one down the river a bit. There's so many nodes. So it seems a shame to let them all go to waste, so let's get started on some shiny magic. I have done a little bit of prep work. I've got some arcane stone, the runic matrix, pedestals, etc. for an infusion altar. I've got some more tables so that I can move across where are we? Move across the research table, not that I really need to, given that I currently know everything, but hey. The work table is we can move fairly easy. I've got crafted the blood altar, I've got my sacrificial knife, I've got a couple of books for witchery. I have never done witchery before, so this is going to be a learning experience. So one thing I did want to do is, a couple of episodes I said how fast this was, so we are going to have a race and see which one finishes first. Okay, that one's already finished. Yeah. So yeah, it kicked an entire stack on one go. Whereas this it's not as fast. It's not exactly slow either, but a little bit slower for the win. Okay, so this one's magic. Okay, so I did say that we weren't going to build a biodome for this, so you may be wondering what exactly we are going to be doing. Now, the keen-eyed amongst you will be able to spot a single item. This is my sonic screwdriver. I am the proud owner of a TARDIS, and we are going to use the fact that it is bigger on the inside to do our magic in. I figured the TARDIS is effectively a magic box, so let's do our magic in the magic box. So, first step. Let us summon the TARDIS. I hear TARDIS noises. Like, it's a lovely blue police box. Where's the door? Of course the door had to be facing towards the wall. So, this is my TARDIS. I've been flying it around, so yeah, I'm level 21, so I've just literally been flying it around so that I can level things up. So we've got various things here. Okay, let me give you a quick sort of rundown on the TARDIS. So this is the flight controller, or the central console, whatever you want to call it. You'll notice it has a screen, so this tells you various things about the TARDIS. You set coordinates using these levers. You can see it changing on the screen above us. Again, you can flip between dimensions, so I could go to dimension 8, whichever that is, dimension 7, 3, and you can also go to, have I gone past it? Yeah. So you can go to Overworld, you can go to the End, you can go to the Nether. Some of these I believe are level locked, so I think you need to have like a level 8 TARDIS to go to the Nether and like 20 something to go to the End. I don't know what happens if you try to go to it before you hit that level. So Underdark, so basically any dimension that is currently there you could theoretically go to. And your Y controls are up here. You've got controls to, so you can set it to land on a landing pad, land in midair, land on the ground. This is for creating rooms, which we will be covering in just a second, so I'll leave it for now. Z controls around here using these, and then just fine control on these levers. You also have external scanners, so it will tell you based on the way the TARDIS is facing, where it is, and if, for instance, so current facing is the door side, and then it's each side around that. So it'll tell you, for instance, current facing blocked if there's the TARDIS doors up against a block and you won't be able to exit. So that's quite helpful. There's also coordinate guesser, which based on what you've put in here, where it will go. Where is the... So there is flight stabilizers unlock once you hit level something, I think it's 7. So you can flip between either stable flight, or which case you won't have any flight complications. So basically, to level up your TARDIS, when you're flying, some of these controls will light up blue. You click on them, you get XP. If you don't click on them, your TARDIS takes damage. Although we have that disabled in this pack, so it's really not. There's really no downside to flying in unstable flight. You also have coordinated and uncoordinated flight. So coordinated flight will take into account the coordinates you set and try to go there, and uncoordinated flight will basically just take off and you will drift through TARDIS space, effectively. So that is a quick rundown of how the TARDIS works. To take off, you hit the temporal primer and then the helmet regulator, and finally you take off the quantum handbrake, and then that's you in flight. I'm not going to do that because we'll end up going to, yeah, that place, wherever that is. What I do want to do is, you can see these doors, so you can actually build rooms inside your TARDIS. All of the rooms are made from templates, so what we can do is, let's turn this into schematic mode, pop the screwdriver into the screwdriver slot, and then we can actually flip through these rooms. So this is the category and that's the actual room itself. So we have rooms, we have big chamber, big farm deeper, big farm spacious. So there's a whole bunch of rooms that we have set up here. So what I want to do is make a big chamber, and you turn your TARDIS into schematic mode, and then you right click on the middle block, and boom, it builds this big room. So this is big chamber. As you can see, it really wasn't joking, it is a big chamber. So this is going to be kind of the central point for various things. So there's 3 exits and there's 3 magic modes that I want to cover, so we'll have one going off each way, and then there is also an upstairs bit. So you have upstairs with another 4. Most of the rooms that we want to use are actually quite tall, so we won't be using most of these. There is one room I want to put off this way, and it is the library. So library. So the library is effectively the in-game manual for the TARDIS mod. So this tells you all about how various parts of the library work. So you have the quantum handbrake, the speed lever, various things about all of that. There's a bit about coordinates. There's also a whole crafting mechanic using the laboratory, but we'll get into this later. I just wanted it there for reference. Okay, so we have blood magic, Thaumcraft, and witchery to do. I have no idea what the difference between these is, so we'll go for blood magic 2. Front, left, or right? I'm going to go left. I think I'm going to do blood magic and then have Thaumatorium off there and then the witchery over there. I think. We'll see how it looks. We can always dismantle the rooms later. Thaumatorium. Where are you? There. So the vast majority of these templates were made by a member of the community called Belgabor. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm sorry if it's not. So he put a lot of time into building out these. So this will be where our infusion altar goes, and then I don't really know what the rings are for, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that really how far an altar goes? Not entirely sure. I think this is the basic the max dimensions of how far the altar will look for stabilising agents. But we will, I guess we'll find out. There are a whole host of other things. Tank rooms, farm rooms. I'm actually thinking about moving the magical crops farms in here, just to try and save a bit of frame rate out of the overworld as well. And witchery. Here we go. So witchery. So I think I'm actually not 100% sure where everything goes in this room. So this is place the last altar block in dead center of room, which would be there. So apparently the altar goes up here, and from what I remember you need lots of plant life, so I'm guessing that's what all the grass is for crops and stuff like that. This, judging from the fact that there's netherrack, I would imagine that the kettle goes here. But yeah, I've no idea, to be honest. So one other thing I do want to do is stick a couple of corridors branching out. Corridor, medium, tiny, short, normal, medium, tiny. Let's go medium. So corridor out. That's medium, really? I don't know, it's normal. Normal, okay. Yeah, normal's better. So there's a dismantle mode on the screwdriver, and basically all you do is right click and then shift right click that little block in the middle. What's it called? Room control panel, yeah. Makes sense really, doesn't it? So if we set this back to schematic, put another normal corridor on the end of that. So I'm basically looking at the mini-map here and trying to work out, yeah, so that was what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to work out how many I need to get past these thingies, rooms, yeah, rooms. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fly faster than walk, that's ridiculous. So corridor junction, I can't remember which way the T-junction goes. That way, perfect. Perfect. Put another one over here, and then I want to have farms at one end and tanks at the other. There we go. Okay, so then we have basically going to do 2 big farm rooms and 2 big tank rooms. So rooms, big farm, spacious. Let's see what big farm spacious looks like. So big farm spacious, go. This looks exactly like the other big farm, except I think the other big farm has a couple more blocks there. Oh well. Not enough room for schematic, really? Man, right, we need another corridor off the edge. Oops. Right click, sneak right click. This way. May as well, while we're here, switch this back to corridor. Normal. And then we dismantle this. Well, what did I just do? Oh, it was in transmat. It's going to teleport me back to the door of the TARDIS that I was already inside. Or teleport me out. Yeah, that works too. So transmat will basically teleport you into or out of your TARDIS. I think it has like 100 block range. Which way? Was it this way? Yes, it was this way. So stick another corridor on the end of that. Do you know what? We'll put 2 in just to make sure. And then we'll dismantle the T-junction on the end of this one. Dismantle. Click, shift right click. Put it back in the schematic mode. Is it this way? Yes. I get lost quite easily in the TARDIS because it just looks so similar. No. Don't walk into the wall. That way lies suffocation. Junction, T-junction, yes. Whee. So there are obviously other different types of junctions, so there's like a right turn, so that would basically be the T would go the crossbar out that way and it would turn down that way. There's 4 ways, there's tight 4 ways, yeah, there's a huge number of junctions. T-junction just kind of suits my purposes for now. I'm gonna have to put like RF tools teleporters in just to get around quicker. So rooms. Let's go big farm deeper this time. Left without my screwdriver. I'm pretty sure the only difference between this and Spacious is that Big Farm Deeper has like a couple of blocks deeper on the actual farm pads. No, I think they might actually be exactly the same. It doesn't really matter. So I do 3 by 3, so 1, 2, 3. So there's enough for 9 types of crop. So that's what, 9, 18, 27. 27 plus 27, 40, 54 plus 27, 71. So enough for 162 crops. There's only 150 odd magic crops. Yeah, that'll do for now. We can always add in more big farms later. And then over at this end, I want a couple of tank rooms so that I can start storing all sorts of magic liquids. Tank 3 by 3. Don't know what this looks like. Okay, so this is basically set up for real craft tanks by the looks of it. Yeah, that'll do nicely. And it has windows, so we can see the glorious outside of our very plain white TARDIS. I think you can actually dye these blocks. Yeah, so just click on them, you can dye them. Okay. That's quite cool. And it doesn't use the double click, it will dye all of the blocks of the same type by the looks of it. Within a certain radius, by the way. Oh. No, I haven't crashed. Good. Minecraft kind of froze for a minute there. Okay, so if you click on a block that's already dyed that colour, it will then paste the colour, effectively. Okay, fair enough. That's probably enough playing with that for now. So, we have our tank set up, we have our farm set up, we have all our magic stuff set up. Now all we need to do is start putting together the things. So this looks like enough for a tier 6 altar, which is cool. I've never been to tier 6 yet, so really need a magnet that actually works. Boom! Blood altar. That was easy. I knew that was going to happen. So we have our blood altar. We can, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so blood altar set up. And all of the blocks are already set out so that we don't actually have to think about where various things are. So tier 1 would be these 4 blocks, or tier 2 would be those 4 blocks, tier 3 is the whole ring, tier 4 is this one, the glowstone on top. There's a tier 3. Yeah, tier 3 is, it adds these 4 blocks, the outside corners and this ring. Tier 4, tier 5 with the beacons, and tier 6 with the crystal clusters on top. Cool. Okay, so we at least have somewhere to work on blood magic now. We'll do witchery last because I've got no idea what I'm doing with it. So we need those. I'm just going to put down some arcane. Maybe not. So let's open Omnicon. So arcane stone bricks with an arcane stone block in the middle, pedestal in the middle of that. Okay. I knew there was a reason I had these. So this is the handy bag. It will, you can set it so that it will push. Yeah, you can restock. So basically, you have multiple stacks of things in here, and you can restock it so that it will keep a stack of whatever it has up here in your inventory, which is quite cool. So the middle pedestal would go there. We then have I can't harvest these, which is quite annoying. Oh, that's the matrix. No, that doesn't go there. That goes there. I think that's how it goes. I know I have literally just looked at the page for this and I can't remember how it goes. Yes, that is how it goes. Cool. So infusion altar again. That will have drained quite a lot of that. But that's cool. So we have an infusion altar. We can now set up some pedestals. Oh, that's what the circle's for. So that you can align these pedestals. That is cool. That is really cool. So much easier than trying to do it by hand. So basically, if you're not already aware of this, Thaumcraft's really big on symmetry. So if you have a pedestal there, it expects to have one there. Otherwise you create more instability. Instability is bad, okay? I'm never going to need this many pedestals for any infusion that I'm aware of. I'm only doing it because I can. Yeah, that's probably enough pedestals to cope with like every infusion currently in the game. I've been playing Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock, and I've seen some of the infusions for that, and they have like a crazy number of ingredients. So you probably would use all 3 rings just for that. But yeah, we don't have anything near that, so that would be more than enough. So now we are on to Witchery, the mod that I have no clue about. So according to the Getting Started guide on their website, I need to make a witch's oven. That's a cauldron. Where's the witch's oven? It's around here somewhere. Just a little bit of that. Coffin. Kettle. Witch's oven. There it was. So that's 5 iron, 2 iron bars. That's not bad. This is why I don't have any auto crafting of because having lived off EMC for so long and having crafted the Tome of Alchemy, I really don't need Craftion. Oh, crafting. I don't feel that I need to have that yet. I'm obviously going to do it as part of that whole logistics dome. So, yes, I would. Okay, that's quite a cool looking model. Something like that. So the good thing about this repair talisman is that it repairs durability on everything. It's phenomenal. I'll keep the wood for now. So I apparently need to make me some. I have no idea actually. I need to make an altar, so I need Breath of the Goddess, so that's birch saplings and oak saplings. This is obviously why there's space for more than one witch's altar. So why don't we take advantage of that? Pretty sure it has EMC. It does. Let's take full advantage of the fact there's space for more than one. Give me a wood block. And cool. So if we ask for what was it, birch saplings, so give me a stack of those. Okay, don't have a recipe set for birch saplings, so look, how are you missing one? Oh, because I've got it set so that it keeps the last one, that's why. Let's stack those. So they will drop in. Birch saplings are already here. Okay. Is there not a recipe for those? There's really not a recipe for those. Seriously? I've done this wrong, haven't I? It should be kettles that go there, not witch ovens. I may have just lost a witch's oven. Yeah, witch's ovens are basically just fancy furnaces. So we need some sort of coal. Some chemical coal workings. Yes, it does. Awesome. It's a total waste of eternalist fuel, of course, but right, okay, so that, yeah, that explains why. So the other thing the guide says I need to do is make me TARDIS. But we will do that later, actually. Okay, so we are starting to get sweet. Okay, so I think looking at the episode time, we just crossed the half-hour mark. So I think I will leave the episode here. In between episodes I will work on getting us some more birch saplings for this. I might even dye some stuff. I'm going to make slates off camera, just because they are a pain in the ass, and nobody really wants to see me sit and fill up a lot of water repeatedly, so... Oh, where am I? Oh, that's force field. Okay. So yeah, in between episodes we'll do some work on the magic-y stuff. I'll get my Essentia stuff. I'll figure out how to get Essentia into here so we can infuse, make some slates. I'll probably only go up to... I don't know, I might go up to tier 4. I definitely won't be doing tier 6, so you'll probably see this at tier 3 or 4 by the next episode. And I will make the stuff for an altar. I won't actually set it up until we are back on camera. I think that's probably a good way to do it. But other than that, thank you very much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did and you want to see more, please like, comment and or subscribe, preferably all 3, that'd be fantastic. And if there's anything you'd like me to cover, please do let me know. I will see you again.